How is God gonna lead you into what he has next for your life? With a need. How is God going to choose who he uses? Through the people who are broken. He can't meet a need through someone who doesn't have a need. And he will often use you to alleviate the same pain that you yourself are experiencing. Because God leads with need. God is leading me. What do you mean when you say that? You mean you feel good about it? Jesus didn't get to the cross feeling good about it. In fact, he prayed, Father, if it's possible, take this cup from me. I don't want to do it. I don't feel like doing it, but lead me, Lord. If this is what they need to be redeemed, then let's do it. If you need me in Philippi, I wanted to go to Mysia. I wanted to go to Asia. I wanted to be married. I didn't want to be in this situation. I don't even like this right now. But God, lead me. Show me the need. And lead me through the valley of the shadow of death. God being my leader doesn't mean I won't go through anything. It means he won't leave me alone, and there's a reason I'm going through what I'm going through. God knows what I need. And so he says, we ended up in Philippi, the leading city of that district of Macedonia, and we stayed there several days. And he doesn't talk about what they did over those couple days. And I wonder, what do you do when you get to Philippi? It's 20, 30,000 people in the town, and you saw one man in a vision. Do you walk around looking for him? Like, hey, I saw a man. Are you him? What do you do? One time me and Buck went on a mission trip, and Buck's on staff now. He's been on staff, I guess about coming up on 8 years on staff, but we've been friends since college. We were on this mission trip, and Buck's a funny guy, but he doesn't like to show it a lot. He reminded me of this guy that we went on the mission trip with. This dude was country. Oh no, I don't mean like Monk's Corner country. This dude was from Louisiana, and he was big country. And he would walk up and talk to anybody. And he had these little country sayings that I still don't know what they mean. We'd be getting ready in the morning, and he'd be like, you ready? And he'd say, you waiting on me? You backing up? And the first part was understanding what he actually said. Like, please say that again. And then he'd say what he said. If you're waiting on me, you're backing up. And I still wouldn't know what it meant, even though I understood what he said. But I had this flashback preparing this message. We were at a gas station, and there was another guy named Clint that was on the team, and he was from Australia, but he wasn't with us at the time. They were somewhere else. And a van full of people rolled up, and this guy, I'm gonna call him Bob in case he watches, he's a pastor now. And Bob just walk up and talk to anybody, and they didn't understand a word he was saying, but he'd just walk up and talk to anybody, and he's walking up to them, where y'all from? And they said, Australia, mate. And he liked that. To him, that was exotic, a van full of foreigners. I just got back from Australia, so that's the best accent I can do. Australia. If you want to do Australian accent, just leave off random syllables all the time. They just leave crap off all the time and shorten everything. Australia, mate. He said, Australia? Hey, Australia? Y'all know a guy named Clint from Australia? And the poor guy driving the van goes, Australia's a pretty big place, mate. Like there's more than one Clint. So Macedonia's a big place, It's not, Paul sees this vision, but he's not exactly sure. You ever notice how many times you're not exactly sure? Like you sense God is leading you to do something, but it's a needle, a needle in a haystack. So I'm here, but I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm raising these kids, but I don't know if I'm doing it right. I'm trying to discipline them and be their friend. Sometimes I don't know which one to be at which time. And I want them to love me, but I need them to fear me, so I don't know which one to be right now. And I'm trying to be patient, but I'm also trying to be proactive. And sometimes I don't know what's waiting on God and what's pushing ahead, because I hear both. I hear step out the boat, and I hear stay in the boat, and I don't know what to do with the boat, and I don't even have a boat. I don't even like the water. So you got to look for a synagogue, right? That's where Paul would always start his preaching. And to have a synagogue, you need, everybody say need. You need 10 men at least, but there's not 10 Jewish men to form a synagogue in Philippi. That's how desperate the city is for what Paul had. And that's why God had to tell him no about Mysia and no about Asia, because there was a more desperate need somewhere else. I wonder if God told you no for a reason. I wonder if God left you there for a reason. Paul's looking. You seen Clint? Clint? It's a big place, mate. I saw a man in a vision. And they go out one Sabbath, and watch this. Since they knew that there wasn't a synagogue, verse 13, on the Sabbath, we stayed outside the city gate to the river where we expected to find a place of prayer. You'll find what you're looking for, by the way. If you look for a place God is working, you will find it in every situation. Ask Lanny if God will show up in a hospital room. Ask him if God will show up in a desperate situation. Oh yeah, God will show up at a custody hearing. Oh yeah, God will show up in a bankruptcy. God will show up in a divorce. God will show up in a broken heart. God will show up in a season of despondency. God will show up in a crisis. God will show up in national turmoil. God is here, I'm just looking for it. So Paul says, I didn't find what I expected, and I didn't get what I wanted, but my God will meet all my needs. Now here's what God knew. I've been waiting all week to show you this, so please be merciful if I'm too excited and you don't like my level of energy, because I've had all week to get ready for this. There was a woman, let's hear it for the women one more time, who was what the Old Testament called a God-fearer. Now, a God-fearer is a Gentile who believes in the Jewish God. So she's ready to receive the message about Jesus Christ, the Messiah, but she needs somebody to explain it to her. Well, good news. There's somebody in Philippi who needs somebody to preach to. So somebody who needed the message got together with somebody who needed a congregation. God is a need meter. God is a matchmaker. God knows how to put you where you need to be to release what he gave you to carry. Hey, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss a single video or live stream, and share this video with a friend. And don't forget, you can join me live every Sunday. Thanks again for watching.